The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First carry for Austin Ekeler, who's a Colorado native. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up.
Touchdown, Quentin Johnston, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score, Chargers 7, Broncos 0.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 19-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong in that victory a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now it's Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. It's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. The Broncos at 5 and 10 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped out. A guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They run it with P-Ryan on first down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Here's Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They go play action now. Wilson. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Broncos respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Fulton. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but They want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to...
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 45 yards, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Tremont Smith. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Folk connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On second down, here's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Allen's first catch. Good for a first down. This is a counter play. Eckler. Now inside the 25. Austin Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is
a pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. On second and goal, here's the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On first down, Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Herbert now. Trying to improvise. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. Now Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Play action. It's Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Off play action. Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
They'll take over at first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to do. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Pat Surtain. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Second and 10. In motion left goes Sutton. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Greg Dulcich, as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. On line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now Wilson wants a different look. Now Wilson, off play action. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. His 12th rushing touchdown, his 16th overall. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Folk connects on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Smith to return it. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now Wilson on second down. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for our Denver Broncos.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Herbert off of play action. this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. After the interception, here's Wilson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
They were looking for a big play in this comeback situation, and they call play action pass, and it backfires. If you're going to run that play this late in the game, you have to have a plan in mind to avoid the sack. Throw it away, scramble, do something, but don't go down in your own backfield.
On second down, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Henley, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That's good for 28 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On second down, here's Wilson. Out quickly to Judy. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And they're going to speed things up here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Now Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and 6 coming up. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come up now on 2nd down. To throw again is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Throwing now is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Folks, kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within 1 score, but I'll be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts, but without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. There he goes, left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Running on first down, Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers.